Risings. This is your reading for the month of February in 2025. We are going to figure out what the spirit guides, ancestors, and angels have in store for you. So let's go ahead and get started with your Major Arcana Tarot. Of course, I love this. Not you being represented by your own tarot card, Justice. I'm hearing bringing it all into balance, bringing it all into harmony. I think this month for you, you are going to be embodying the epitome of what you are as a Libra, the scales of justice, the weighing of a feather to one's soul. Is your heart and mind in sync? Is there synergy between them? Is there synchronicity between them? Is there balance? I'm just hearing big, 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 big balance. I also love that February is technically the second month, so like 2, and 2 is literally the number of diplomacy, equal, yin and yang, his and hers, feminine, masculine. It's 2. It's 1 and 1 is 2. So I think February is going to be a pretty big month for you. I'm also hearing speak your truth. Libra Risings, I'm being told speak your truth. Speak your truth, speak your truth, speak your truth. All right, let's see what else we have for you. Weigh out all possibilities before making any decisions. To truly clear the air, hear all sides before resolving an argument. Compromise isn't always about being right. Look for the fairest solution in any current problem and consider the long-term results of any resolutions or contracts before signing them. Wow, quite a bit for you this month. I am going to stick to my guns on the first thing I'm hearing is bring things to balance. Do what you do best, which is bringing things into harmony, bringing things into balance, helping your external world feel balanced. You know, that is a gift that a lot of you have, especially Libra Risings, is you are able to come into a fight and be like, no, let's find a happy medium, or let's find a respectable medium, or let's just find a medium where we don't kill each other, right? And then I'm also being told to speak your truth. Libra Risings, I know you guys love harmony and you're not a big fan of anything that's not beautiful. So war is not beautiful. Fighting is not beautiful. You know, debate is not beautiful. You guys deem a lot of things that are actually, I want to say friction, not necessarily war, but like friction and opposing ideas is absolutely healthy in this world, right? And I think you guys need to get comfortable with understanding that a little bit of friction does not outright mean that it has to be the extreme case of like war or fighting or violence or anything that truly is not beautiful. A little bit of friction can actually make beautiful things. For a good example, think of diamonds, right? Diamonds are from coal, and coal has to have enough friction on it. It has to go through enough pressure and opposing elements to be made into something beautiful. I think this month, not only are you being asked to bring things into balance, you are also being asked to be willing and open to an opposing idea of not everything has to be beautiful in order to have beautiful things. Not everything, the process of getting to beauty does not have to be beautiful itself. Ooh, that's a good one. The process of getting to beauty, whether something is physically or aesthetically or attractively beautiful, or something feels beautiful, or, you know, something, when I say beauty, I'm not saying like a person, like an actual thing that is beautiful or luxury items. I'm literally just talking anything, right? Like baby's laughter is beautiful. Sun shining after a rainy day is beautiful. The first blossom of a flower is beautiful. Birds chirping is beautiful. Like the concept of beauty, I'm not mutually excluding it to just people being aesthetically, you know, pleasing, right? But the journey to get to that final beautification of something doesn't have to be beautiful itself. As a matter of fact, most things that are quite beautiful came from something that's not. And my mind is showing me like the process of the lotus flower, right? The lotus flower is born from muck. It's born from mud. It has to push its way through this not seemingly beautiful thing in order to show the world its beauty. And I think that's what you're being asked to accept this month is not every step of the beautification process to get to the final result of beauty has to be beautiful itself. and that is okay. And then last but not least, you're being asked to speak your truth. Let's see what symbols. We have, hen really wants to come out, so we're gonna pull that one out for you. Bicycle. Ooh. Oh, you got a lot. Okay, queen. Okay. Queen, pearls, and driving. Oh, wow. This is a lot. Okay. Libra. Quite a lot here. So let's go ahead and break this down. Ooh. So the first card we have is paralysis. I'm hearing two things. Some of you have been experiencing deep sleep paralysis. If you have, that is because your subconscious mind has been trying to get you, it's been trying to bind you to finally making a decision on something. So for the few of you out there that have been experiencing sleep paralysis, especially pretty intensely in the last 3 to 4 months, I need you to understand that your subconscious mind is purposely trying to bind you to needing to make that decision. You know, there's a stereotype around Libras as being very, very indecisive. And in truth, it's not that Libras are indecisive. It's that you guys take a very long time to the point where it can be perceived as indecisive to make a decision that actually needed some urgency. Not every decision in the world needs to be urgent. And Libra, you guys are, depending on what your, especially what your moon sign is, you guys kind of are not fans of feeling pressured on making a decision. When you guys get pressured to make a decision on something, you kind of drag your feet. You elongate the process, making it very uncomfortable and miserable for you, and making it very uncomfortable and miserable for the other person or the other group or party, right? I think this month, Spirit is asking you to practice getting a little bit better at knowing what decisions that are being asked of you to make truly do need you to make an urgent but intentional decision. You know, you shouldn't be spending weeks or months on something that you know is time sensitive. And I think sometimes, Libra, you don't realize that in your selfish plight to keep harmony and balance, you're actually creating more disharmony and more chaos because of the simple fact that you're not confident in yourself to just make an executive decision and move on. Something that your opposition or polarizing counterpart Aries is very good at. They're really good at just being like, okay, we're done. Decision made, go. Decision made, go. And you know, the thing that I love about you two, Aries and Libra, is what you both lack, you have in each other. And I think what's beautiful is if you can find the middle ground between yourself and your Aries rising polarization counterpart, that's where you win. This month, I really want you to practice on making executive decisions that are time sensitive with a little bit of sense more of urgency. I'm not saying every decision you have to make needs to be rushed or needs to be finalized quickly, but I want you to practice this because I want you to get in the habit of building the confidence of knowing that you know what you know. You got more than enough information to make the decision. You know, you need to trust yourself and you need to be okay with the decision that you make, especially decisions that are based off of opinion. So if somebody is coming to you and asking you your opinion, that's even more of a reason for you to just give the answer, because at the end of the day, when we ask a person their opinion, it's just an opinion. And that person can either take it or leave it. It is not something that you need to feel that you are responsible for whatever they do based off of the information or the decision that you gave them. Sleep paralysis is what I'm hearing, paralysis. We have hen. In this particular moment, I feel like some of you have been gossiping about someone else. This is not for everyone, but there is a small portion of you Libras that have been not behaving nicely, which is quite interesting because Libra usually is you're not a very confrontational or drama stirring up type of individual. But for some of you who are operating in a lower vibration and frequency up until February 1st, I would say, please be careful about this behavior that you are doing. Please understand that this is very unbecoming of you. It's not very natural for you to openly want to talk shit about people or, it's just not beautiful. And, you're all about beauty, right? I think you're being asked this month to check in with yourself and ask yourself, why do I feel like I'm behaving this way? Why do I feel like I am needing to talk poorly about this person? Do I truly have all the information and facts to be talking about this person? Now, again, this is for a small portion of you. Another portion of you is, this sounds so silly, but we're here. If you're seeing chickens or hens, I think you're being asked to incorporate more protein in your diet. For those of you who are not animal eaters, so vegans, vegetarians, I'm not asking you to start consuming meat, but I am asking you to start incorporating more protein in your diet. That's literally it. That's loud and clear. Things that you will see that will let you know that you are getting closer and closer or better and better at decision making is bicycles and pearls and necklaces. So a couple of things. If you see bicycles, and when we think about bicycles, bicycles work best when they are in motion, right? The whole point of a bicycle is to help us get from point A to point B. And this is so symbolic for you guys because I want you to understand that the longer you put off a decision being made, the less useful you actually can be. You know, the more problematic this can be. If you use the tool that you have been born with, the gift that you've been born with, which is wonderful diplomacy insight, you know, wonderful decision making. And I want to be clear, again, it's not that you guys don't make decisions. It's the fact that you guys hesitate on making that final decision. You guys are extremely good diplomatic deciding people because you make decisions, you make orders, you make that final word with intention. I think the thing I really do love about Libra is you guys are very, if not extremely intentional people. Love this. So the same way that bicycles are used to be an intentional transportation device is the same way that you need to intentionally use your mind and be okay with that and know that every time you make a decision, you're continuing on your journey that is meant for you to be going on in this lifetime. Bicycles, love, 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 love. All right. We have pearl necklace, and actually, let's get this over. If you also see pearls or necklaces, Libra, I'm being told that I think it's okay for the month of February to spoil yourself a little bit. I'm being told that if you've had your eye on a piece of jewelry or some type of natural stone or something pretty that sparkles and you want to bring yourself a little bit of joy, you earned it, go take it, you know, have the cake, eat, get the pearls, buy the shoes. I think this month you are definitely going to buy yourself some nice, pretty jewelry, or you are going to be gifted jewelry this month. The other thing I'm hearing about the pearls is pearls are associated with the sign of Cancer and they are representative of the moon. I'm also hearing that a very close Cancerian friend might actually come at a time where you need them most. So if you have a Cancerian partner or Cancerian children or a Cancerian friend or a coworker, I would reach out to them. I'm feeling it very positively in my solar plexus chakra. So that usually tells me that it's something very important, but very positive. So keep an eye out for bicycles and pearls. Lastly, energies that you need to embody this month is being like a queen, being very queenly. If you are having trouble with having the confidence to make that final decision and or to verbalize it, ask yourself, what would a queen do in this situation? What would a queen do in this situation? A queen still has to rule her kingdom. The kingdom still has to function. There are people relying on her for her guidance and her decision making to get on with the day, to get on with the operations of the realm, right? So ask yourself in this situation, what would a queen do? What would Queen Elizabeth II do? What would Cleopatra do? What would any queen or empress in history do? Or look these women up. I love that actually. I'm being shown a book and I'm being shown all these different empresses and queens. And I'm being told to look these women up and learn their history so that you can build more confidence in how you can go about making decisions as a queen would. Love this for you. And last but not least, we have driving. I have a feeling that some of you are going to be going on a pretty short or 2 short trips this month. A trip for yourself. So I'm hearing like a small vacation, hanging out with friends. And then I'm also hearing a trip for someone else. So you might be going to go visit someone. You might be meeting up with a friend. I do know that you're going to be taking 2 trips this month. Please know, please be very mindful of being safe on the road. For this one, I am being told that you just need to be alert. Just be alert while you're driving this month and making sure that you're abiding by laws and driving rules and just being very, very safe this month. Love, 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 love that. All right, let's see what else we have symbolically for you. We're gonna pull some tea leaves. So we have grapes, we have the elephant, we have a boot, and we have a rooster. Wow, Libra, you're getting a lot of cards, more than normal. This month, I'm hearing sour grapes. I don't know why I'm hearing particularly for your group sour grapes. And I think the reason why I'm hearing sour grapes is because for those of you who were being a little naughty with vibrating in a low frequency of gossip and trying to start drama, you're kind of creating an energy in people's mouths as being a sour grape. And nobody likes a sour grape unless they are intentionally trying to ferment it towards wine, right? No, you either want a juicy grape or you just want wine, but nobody wants a sour grape. Be mindful of that behavior. I understand that you may feel it's justified to be in this frequency of talking mess about other people or talking poorly about other people, but please know that not only the person that you are talking about poorly thinks you're a sour grape, but you also don't realize that the people you're gossiping to are slowly starting to have a very sour grape taste in their mouth about you. And you don't want that. Libra, you are juicy, you are healthy, you are a fun fruit. So be a full grape, God, it sounds so silly, but literally be a more high vibrational person at this time. It is time to go out and have fun. I think one of the ways that you can shake this sour grape energy that you are emitting is go out, go have fun, go drive to that person you're supposed to be hanging out with, and have a nice time. Go drink some wine. You deserve it. Let your hair down. All right, the next symbol we have is the elephant. When I think of the elephant, I also think of the Justice card. And my reasoning for this is this. Elephants are extremely smart. They are really, really, really smart, and they have really good memories. And the reason why I say that is because when I think of an elephant doing something and when I think of a Libran making a decision, they're very similar. Elephants are extremely intentional animals with their behavior, which to me is the equivalent of Libras making decisions. An elephant knows the difference between crushing a grape and crushing a pumpkin, right? Crushing a small child and crushing food for it to eat. And my point is this. You need to have the same confidence as elephants that you know better and you know how to make that decision. Either way, something's going to get squashed, right? Whether it's the grape or whether it's the squash or the pumpkin. But it's how you go about making that decision so that it is less chaotic, less ugly, and less disharmonious than it could be by you just sitting on it for too long. And you'll be fine. You will be fine. Elephants are also amazing symbols of luck in certain countries. So I do feel like the more that you practice this very executive decision making in an intentional way, the more luck you're actually going to attract to yourself, and the more powerful of a being where every step you make, every thought you think, every decision you make is going to be more and more intentional and therefore more and more powerful. Reclaim your power back in that way. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Yes. So for those of you who are going on that trip for another person, I think the second trip is going to be a little bit longer, but this trip is going to be the beginning of that pivot in your mind where you really do embrace that energy of, I got this. I can make this decision. And whatever I decide, it is what it is. I am okay with that decision. All right, boot. When I think of boots, I think of country line dancing, particularly this boot. So I am being told in association with the grapes, I think one of the ways for this group that is, for the Libras that are in a low vibrational state, when's the last time you guys went out and had fun? I think you guys are acting out because you guys are not behaving or associating in environments or with people that are your actual organic state of regulation. Libras love going out. They love socializing. They love being butterflies. And I think you guys haven't realized that you haven't been in your natural organic state of going out there and socializing with people and having a lovely time and seeing beautiful things and doing beautiful things and taking care of yourself. I feel like some of you also have been feeling like you don't feel beautiful. And in truth, that's not true. Like, meaning like your external world or the external perception of yourself is truly not what you think it is. You are beautiful. It's just you haven't done self-care in a Libra way. So go out and do self-care. Go put on some boots, your dancing boots, your hiking boots, your stiletto boots, and go do the things that make you feel beautiful and have a fun time. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Yes. Oops, got excited there. But yes, increase your efforts. Go put on some boots and go have a nice time. All right, last one is the rooster. I think for some of you, when you first wake up in the morning, the first thing you should do is give yourself queenly, like step into the role of the queen. Don your crown. And when I think of this, I think of do your affirmations, write in your journal, be intentional. That's it. The first thing you should do in the morning for the month of February is be extremely intentional. Wake up and create a safe space for you that feels beautiful and harmonious and balanced, that feels easy and feminine and genuinely soft. And I want to be clear, I do not care if you are a male or a masculine or a female and a feminine. I do not care if you're anything else in between. What I'm asking you is to embrace being intentional in the morning, calling upon your cock-a-doodle-doodling your energy back to yourself, right? And that right there is going to set the precedent for the entire rest of your day to be even more confident to go out there and make those decisions that people are waiting for you to make. Love this. An arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. And I think that's why. There's actually quite, for a lot of you, there's a few people that you are surrounded by right now that are behaving in a not beautiful way, very arrogant, very inconsiderate, very, not compassionate. And part of that is because you don't realize that by you being intentional and you having the confidence to look at friction in the face and go, this isn't friction, this is boundaries. And I'm going to speak my boundaries. I think when you guys build this intentional routine in the morning, you're also no pun intended, but you're also killing multiple birds with one stone. You're building confidence. That confidence is then going to start making you feel better about making decisions faster. It's going to start making you feel better about having boundaries and vocalizing them and upholding them. And then what you will start to see is these arrogant, boastful people around you that you don't particularly find them pleasing in any way, shape, or form. They're going to stop coming around you. They're going to stop absorbing your energy. They're going to stop being your energy field. And that's what we need for you for the month of February. So that's what we have for you there. Now let's get into our actual tarot cards for the month of February. So we are going to pull a card for each week of February. Okay. I actually really, really love this for you. So first things first, the first week of February, you are being asked to treat yourself kindly. Treat yourself kindly, Libra. And I really need you to go do something soft and feminine and sensitive and joyous and just I don't know how to explain it, but I just think of like cream and pink and whipped cream and soft things and warm fuzzy socks, and just do anything and everything the first week of February that absolutely brings you back tethered to your softness, to your divine femininity. I think right now, Libra, this up until February, has been operating in a very strong, heavily masculine energy. And you guys are the scales. So when you are operating in too far a spectrum of energy, you are going to have the lack of the opposite energy ooze itself into the 3D in very, very unhealthy ways. And particularly I'm hearing gossiping, malicious intent, nature, it's just petty behavior. And Libra's not a petty person. We don't do petty here with Libra. Another thing I'm hearing is the person that you're going to be visiting on the short trip is a Pisces. So I'm hearing Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Not so much Scorpio, but I am hearing Cancer and Pisces. Again, Cancer with the pearls. The first week of February, Libra, I want you to reach out to your Cancer and Pisces friends and see if you can get in touch with them and hang out. I think you will find hanging out with them is really going to boost your confidence. It's also going to boost your sense of going back into softness again and just rebalancing those scales. Love that for you. The second week of February, we have the Three of Wands. I think the reason why you need to go hang out with your Pisces or Cancerian friends or children or family or whatever the case may be is because the second week of February, you are going to be thinking big. Sorry, and I always think of my Libra best friend because they sent me this meme on Instagram, but it's think big, bitch. Like there's a meme, and I highly recommend that you guys go find it on Instagram, but it literally is a person walking up to another person on their porch, and they're having a conversation, and the woman on the porch goes to the man, oh, I don't know what I should be doing. And the man off the porch is like, you're thinking small, you gotta think big, bitch. And that just brings me so much joy, because I think Libra, the second week of February, you really are going to be thinking like, what can I do that's bigger than me? I finally built my confidence up to make decisions. And now I have 3 amazing opportunities on the horizon for me, and I need to make a decision about one of them soon. So I got to think real big. The world is your oyster. And if you don't learn how to make better executive decisions in a more timely manner, the opportunities that are meant for you on the horizon, you will miss them. And I want to be clear. Yes, there is the psychology of like, what's meant for me won't pass me by. But at the same time, you don't also need to let certain things pass you by unnecessarily. There are wonderful opportunities out there for you, Libra, that are waiting for you to just make a decision. And because you don't, you do pass them up. I do think that there are certain decisions in our life that are associated with certain opportunities that if you wait too long, you will 100% miss out on that opportunity. And it's not one of those that like will come back again. The third week of February. This is specifically for those of you who are not very nice this month. For those of you who have not been behaving nicely towards others and you have been spilling out outwardly, this is going to come back and bite its ugly head at you on the third week of February. You are going to get into some type of nasty verbal fight, and although you might win, you are going to lose the greater good. And I don't think that this is a good thing. I think the best thing that could come out of this verbal altercation with this person is that you do build confidence and you do sharpen your tongue, but you lose the face of others. You lose trust from other people, not just this person or people that you were directly talking about, but just other people who are witnessing this, particularly work colleagues. So Libra, I would be extremely careful about cutting this behavior off. I would just be really intentional in February of trying to re-regulate your system, surround yourself with beautiful people and beautiful things and softness, and just recognize that this behavior that you're participating in truly is not you. You are doing it because it's coming from a different place where you need to work on that, or you need to heal it or nurture it so that we can stop this behavior altogether. I am going to give you a warning. For those of you who do not take heed of my warning, this will rear its ugly head the third week of February, and you will have a direct verbal altercation with somebody that actually could have been a really wonderful supportive ally, but you decided to go the route you did. So just be careful of that. For those of you who are not in this vibrational energy of, talking about people, gossiping, being a little bit nasty, for the other group of you, this is you speaking your truth to people who have been arrogantly boasting to you. So for the other half of you that have not been speaking your truth and upholding your boundaries and just allowing people around you to kind of just talk to you however you want or assume that they can just treat you however they want, you are going to be speaking your truth this month. And it's going to be extremely harsh, but necessary. And it's basically one of those like, they effed around and they found out, and you will be taking away so much from that interaction of, oh wow, I really can do this. I really can stand up for myself. I really can speak up for myself. I really can have those boundaries. And look what happens when I do that. The people who are not meant for me, they walk away from me. They leave me, as they rightfully should. So that's what I have for the two groups for the 3rd week of February and then the 4th week of February. And I love this. By the end of the month, you have developed a new level of strength that you've never had before, that you've never thought that you could have. And I absolutely love this because to me, Libra, this is like both the lion and the maiden are both you in the same breath. This is the lion to me, Libra, is truly that deep, deep, deep part of yourself that knows part of the reason why you don't like confrontation and you don't like maybe boundaries or just any form of friction is because you're not afraid of the other person. You're afraid of what happens if you go too far, meaning when you're out of balance. Are you going to roar at them and snap at them? Or are you going to, take their head off? Or, it's more of like, we are more afraid of ourselves, of what we are ultimately capable of, than actually the confrontation that is a temporary moment itself. And by the end of the month, you are going to be taking your own self. You're going to be taking that inner beast in you and you're going to be taming it. And I love this because this is you coming to the full balance of your inner and outer world, your inner self and your outer self, and being able to be like, you know what? The beast within me can still live, but I know how to control it. And I'm not oppressing it and I'm not suppressing it. She's not forcing her hand hard on this lion's mouth. She's very gently closing it, very calm, very intentional, but she's still doing it. And I love this for you, Libra. I am so happy for you. The fact that by the end of February, you have basically leveled up into a new version of strength that you've never seen yourself be before. When love, 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 love. Okay, let's get you some self-affirmation cards. We have endless possibilities. We have boundaries. Oh, okay. What do we have here? We have powerful star. Okay. All right. So here's what we pulled. We have endless possibilities. We have forgiveness. We have boundaries, and we have release. So for the first week of February, I'm hearing forgiveness. And I love this because I think you need to forgive yourself for not making that decision fast enough. And you also need to forgive yourself for doing things in a way that you just didn't know that you could do better at the time. It is okay, hon. Forgive yourself for the decisions that you made in the past that ultimately did not span out in a way that you had hoped for. And that's okay. The beautiful thing about the human experience is that we're supposed to learn every single time we make a decision. And I think that's beautiful. I don't think we are supposed to make a perfect, harmonious, beautiful decision every single time we are put in a position where we have to decide on something. I think we just have to make a decision sometimes and accept that either the decision we make is going to land successfully or the decision that we make is going to be a mistake and we learn from it, and that's okay. I think the first week of February, you're definitely being asked to forgive yourself, to hold forgiveness for yourself, because you don't need to carry the weight of guilt for knowing that you did or didn't make a decision fast enough or slow enough. None of that. Just forgive yourself. Forgiveness. I will grant myself the same forgiveness and understanding that I extend to my loved ones. Painful thoughts that hold guilt are simply memories and acknowledgement of growth. I am not the same person that I once was, and knowing this is glorious. The second week of February, love this, and it's perfect for this card. Endless possibilities. This person is looking at a vast, barren horizon, an open sky. This is epitome of there are so many opportunities waiting for you that you just need to decide on them. And when you make that decision, so many more amazing possibilities and opportunities and blessings will come your way. So I think the second week of February is when we will start to see you, Libras, actually performing and proactively behaving more and more of making executive decisions. I love this for you. The possibilities of my life are endless, and this thought invigorates me. Though we ceaselessly plan ahead, anything and everything good could happen tomorrow. I can choose any path I want to be able to achieve my dreams. Love. Love, 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 love. And what are the odds that we get boundaries? And I love this for the third week of the month of February for so many different reasons. All right, so for the group of you that I've been talking to you like a big sister about the fact that you've been behaving badly, you're going to be learning some pretty fierce boundaries from other people. I think this battle, this verbal altercation that you're going to get in this month is going to teach you about how to respect other people's boundaries. And it's going to basically rebalance and reharmonize you from an external place instead of an internal place. Now, for those of you who have not had enough boundaries and you are being called upon to speak your truth, to uphold your boundaries, to vocalize those boundaries, you are going to be leveling up, friends. Very, very proud of you. You are going to be showing these people your shield for the first time. And within that shield is something so beautiful, as we can see with the roses in here, that you will discover within yourself. And this is only going to this is going to fuel this new desire and passion now for clear-cut boundaries. Very excited for you on that. Last but not least, we have release. The symbolism. Oh my God, you just can't make this up. I love this. Basically, friends, my Libra friends, you guys are going to be releasing an old psychological part of you that is really not serving your highest good. Whether that is those of you who have been in this naughty energy and you evolve from this, or those of you who were coming from a very timid place of not having boundaries or wanting to deal with confrontation, you guys are going to get rid of that. No more of that. After February, we're not doing that anymore. And I love this for you because you don't need to be shackled to something that no longer serves you. It's not serving you anymore. This is going to help build your strength. Very excited about that. Let me go back and read this. Healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries keep my energy safe and allow me to live as my truest self. I deserve people in my life who love me and care about my limits and comforts, so those who respect my boundaries will receive my time. And then release. I release all jealousy that my body is holding on to. Instead, I extend a feeling of joy and compassion for others that succeed around me. This frees my mind and body to focus on the good entering my life. Love that. All right, let's get you an empowerment card. Let's get you an empowerment card. The Wheel of Life. Big, 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 big words I'm hearing is you are changing. You are 100% changing. 2025 is going to be a big year for you guys. I think the beginning of that big year is going to be the month of February, where you're changing. You're changing who you are in the wheel of life. Life goes on, and if we stay the same, we don't get to see the opportunities ahead of us. We don't get to call in our blessings. We don't get to see the version of us that we didn't even know was possible that could exist, and we absolutely love it. So I love this for you. I accept responsibility for my life. I am not a victim, but a hero. I cultivate positive thoughts and empowering words which steer my actions to success. My tongue is the wheel of my life and I am the driver. Yes. Again, you guys need to speak your truth and uphold your boundaries. The more you do this, the more the wheel of life, or aka the universe or your luck, is going to be called upon to you. And they will have to answer the call. I'm going to put this down here actually. All right, let's get you a final theme for the month of February. Stuck. We have stuck. We have release ritual. God, you just cannot make that up. Let's do one more. And we have inner child. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. Okay. God, I love this. God, what are the odds? So I think the major themes for you this month that will help you really spearhead this change is, let's be real, you're feeling stuck. By the time you saw this video, you were feeling stuck. And for those of you who were feeling stuck in an internal way, you were feeling oppressed. You were feeling very much like you didn't have autonomy, or that you didn't have your own voice, or that you couldn't make your own choices. No more. we're getting out of this energy. For those of you who felt stuck externally, you are projecting. You are projecting by behaving in a way that is not natural, organic, or beautiful to Libra, which is this hidden, gossipy, not nice talking about other people energy. The way that you can heal either of these is get in touch with your inner child. As I said before, you guys are being called upon to go out and have a nice time, go hang out with your Cancer or Pisces friends, go on a small trip, do something nice for yourself. Go on a bike ride at the park. Do something that calls upon your inner child to help the beginning process of recentering and rebalancing your own self. And the final way that you can absolutely release this energy, especially for those of you who want like a radical pivot, like a overnight pivot, look into release rituals. We see letters and photos and books and memorabilia in a burnable pan. So I'm hearing take anything and everything, especially anything in writing, anything that's visual, anything that is sensory, because I know that Libra and Taurus, you guys are very sensory, you're ruled by Venus. If it's something that's triggering you to behave in a way that you don't want to behave like anymore, do a release ritual. Get a huge burnable pan, a trash can, like a metal can or a safe cauldron, and put these items in this pan and burn it and let it go. Get rid of it. Do a cord cutting ceremony. This is a perfect time for this. Unfortunately, by the time I post this, it's going to be February 1st, which is going to be about the first day outside of the new moon period. But anything leading up to the full moon, I would say first quarter moon is fine. Do a release ritual. Or at the full-blown full moon, do a release ritual. That's also a fantastic time to do. Actually, that's a perfect time to do it. The full moon is in about 2 weeks. So I would say on the full moon, the next full moon, do a release ritual. You will find that this will help expedite this new psychological shift that you want to be doing for yourself. Oh, I love this. Oh, love, love, love for you guys. Let's get you one last card. Bottom here is, I do not welcome things into my life that dull my magnificence and stunt my ascension. There it is, folks. There it is. And look at this. Look, I literally, Spirit is like, don't pick up any more cards. Look at this. 2. February is 2. Justice is 2. Libra is 2. You just can't make this up. Libra, you are going to have a fantastic February. I have full faith in this. I'm very excited for your transformative experience. Thank you so much for joining me here on your February 2025 reading. It has been an absolute pleasure helping you. I can't wait to see you. I love you, and I'll see you again next time. Mwah. Bye.